All right, wonderful people, welcome back to this wonderful channel where we bring you back-to-back updates and information as it is hot. In case you have not joined our social media handle, what are you waiting for? Kindly go ahead and subscribe, like, comment, share, and also remember to on your notification button so that whenever our news drop, you will be the first. We'll go collect them. Let's go down to the news proper as it is hot. You don't share for the obodo. Of course, you know that we are unfolding the mystery and information behind Mazi Simon Ekpa's arrest. But a lot of people thought that the arrest of Simon Ekpa would have slowed down the upcoming declaration of Biafra referendum that is supposed to take place in Finland starting from the 30th of November to the 3rd of December. But while I went on the X space, I found out that seriously even the preparations, the settings, everything is still going. And I say, wow, what kind of team has Ekpa set up? The team that could not crash down even while he is not there in office. And the togetherness, the working together of this team, moving towards their actualization and what they want to actualize is another thing that marvels me, because I thought that what the struggle sometimes brings is that if the leader is not there, you see other people shivering, other followers shivering cowardly and not being able to take action. But as it is, this team has decided to move forward to achieve, what they have been called for. And my question is this a destiny? Are these guys the one destined to bring about the justice needed, to bring about the freedom needed for the indigenous people of Biafra? But the information reaching on my table today, while I was inquiring concerning the Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic government in exile, Mazi Simon Ekpa, there are a lot of information going on. Some people have it that Ekpa is somewhere in his house listening to whatever everybody is saying. Wow. Could it be a prank that Ekpa has tried to play on us, maybe on that 30th of November or maybe 2nd of December, that is supposed to be the day of declaration? He will appear by sudden to everybody and the world will shake. I guess maybe that is what is going to happen, because the Sisu man, the great Ekpa, the mighty Ekpa, sometimes, there is a way great men behave, because you cannot calculate them all. Like, you cannot know each and every of their movement, because they are well-learned men. If it in the streets, you could also call them mafias, because these men have, gone the world round. They have experience, they have wisdom given to them by the Almighty God. Sometimes their operation goes the abstract. Sometimes their operation is not somehow what you expect, but while you are waiting for them on the other end, you see them catching up with you on the other end because they are smart. And this kind of people are one of the men like Simon Ekpa, the Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic government in exile. A man the Almighty Chukwukama called and anointed him. Remember that when Moses, God said to Moses that you will not be able to see the land, but you will not be able to enter the land, but you will see it. He said, I have chosen your servant, your lad, Joshua. The Almighty Chukwukabiyama said to Moses to go and anoint Joshua. And Joshua was anointed, and that was how Joshua led the children of Israel into the land of Canaan, the land flowing with milk and honey. And that was where these people, started their life, and today Israel is a big nation. Could it be that Nnamdi Kanu is the Moses and Mazi Simon Ekpa is the what is it called? Is Joshua that is supposed to lead the people into this land that is flowing with milk and honey. Meanwhile, I will be dropping for you some few videos. This video, just pay rapt attention and watch. The video is courtesy of Arise News TV, but I want you to follow me up on that video and see as it is. I will still be right back with you to take some comment. Please, if this is your first time of coming across our channel, kindly just go down, subscribe, like, comment, and share. And if you want to support this channel, you can write us on our email if you want to support us on the good work we are doing here. Because I know some of you have been asking, how are we going to support? It has been in your mind. If you still want to support us, just write me that you want to support, and I will give you the means of support. Meanwhile, let me drop that video for you. But before I drop that video, another gbege don't happen. Another development. Court has adjourned Nnamdi Kanu's 50 billion suit against the federal government. Of course, you know that Kanu sued a 50 million suit to the federal government of Nigeria for undermining his rights, undermining his fundamental right. Of course, Kanu have taken a lot of bad treatment in that DSS cell. By right, nobody is supposed to spend more than 48 hours in the police custody. After 48 hours, you are supposed to be charged and sent down to the prison. That is how it is done. And from there, you will be coming for your case in a lot of countries. But as it is in Nigeria, because of the country where we find ourselves, where injustice is the order of the day, the man who has the money by the judge, an individual, can be pocketed at once, because or even an institution can be pocketed by one man. You see one man pocketing a big institution, maybe because he has the wherewithal, he has money, and some good case die, some bad ones die. You can buy your freedom as far as Nigeria is concerned. And when the bourgeois are concerned, the big politicians, the cabals, you are in for it, because they make sure daily that justice is not given its chance. Meanwhile, watch this video and I will come back to you. Okay, for some of you who has been asking, who is even this Simon Ekpa? Onyebu Simon Ekpa, Onyebu Simon Ekpa. A lot of you have been asking me, maybe some of you don't know him. This is the man called Simon Ekpa. Anungangampi. Who na fugo called the Neka Wakede. Na Wakebu Million Wakebu Anungangampi. A very diplomatic man. The information, some people they say this man he did somewhere they jollificate to. We don't know for the Sisu man, because the man is strong. He can do anything. A man who can appear and disappear. That's the man called Simon Ekpa you've been told about. I will allow him to speak so you can listen. All right, wonderful people. Welcome back. I know you have seen that video. Okay. Okay, a lot of people have been trying recently to crucify me because I carried my news that Ekpa was arrested. And I've been asking them, okay, where is Simon Ekpa? I'm not praying for anybody's arrest. Everybody's anticipating for the kingdom and the nation that is about to come. Of course, you know what it is. So I am not an enemy of progress. So when I carried the info, these are the trending infos. A lot of people started questioning me. Some said, that that Ekpa is somewhere relaxing, Ekpa is somewhere listening to each and every one of us and all that. And I believe them, and I'm telling you that let's believe that they themselves are the horse's mouth. They are Master Simon Ekpa's mouthpiece, those who speak for her, and those who tend to love her, they believe love him. I mean, or speak for him. Those who are saying that what I'm saying does not correlate, that Ekpa is eating rice in his house, I say okay, I will believe your info, and we will be waiting to see what unfolds. Me myself, Ekpa himself is a great man. That could be true. That could be true. But one info I have, which I know is correct, is that even if Ekpa is not around, that his men are still working solidly. Those who are the members of his cabinet, myself and my channel has never been in support of any form of violence. For me, I don't support violence, but I support diplomatic moves in actualizing freedom, actualizing self-right, actualizing independence, or actualizing referendum, of which I know that is what these people are gearing towards in that 30th of November and 3rd of December, to 3rd of December, to be able to actualize freedom diplomatically, because now we are in the 21st century where our pen and paper can work. At least the big bulls can still listen to the people's voice. Meanwhile, this is where I'll be winding the curtain for this edition. And if this is your first time of joining us on this wonderful channel, kindly go ahead, subscribe, like, comment, and share. And also remember to on your notification button so that whenever our news is dropping, you'll be the first to collect it. Thank you for listening. God bless you. 20-something years, he was released, and that was how a black man, the blacks, took over South Africa. Nelson Mandela was the inception of black man getting into the presidential office of the Southern Africa. Now, there is something playing out that some people might not see. Of course, a lot of people might be seeing the arrest of Simon Ekpa, but if we should look through the spectacle of freedom, through the spectacle of referendum, through the spectacle of independence, you will find out that every nation that have ever gone for their independence, somehow, one way or the other, suffered this particular tragedy of the pioneer, the head, the spearhead of that movement being arrested. We saw what happened to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu also. But you cannot compare what is happening in Finland to what is happening in Nigeria. Of course, somehow, Nigeria, 80% is somehow lawless. Why would I say that? Is because if you live in Nigeria, you understand. Maybe those who are in diaspora, those who are born abroad, they might be telling you a lot of things. You will see disbursement of a yearly budget. You think they are using that money for anything. They are not using that money for anything. They are just using it to buy their SUV. The roads are bad. The chief judge that is in office is not the merited one. They are picked by the government or by the presidency, the person they know that will stand by them and defend them. So somehow NIG is somehow a lawless country. So if you expect justice in the law courts of NIG, on the corridors of the law court of NIG, I think you are making a big mistake. Now, somebody might say, okay, yes, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was first to be arrested and nothing has happened. Has freedom come? And now they have taken Simon Ekpa to detention. Simon Ekpa is in Finland. And the judgment of Finland cannot be compared with that of Africa, because in the European countries, we have equity, we have justice, we have rule of law. Justice is being given without prejudice. When the judge is judging, he judges without prejudice, because the judge knows that whatever be an offense or whatever be a loophole that comes from his or her end, I think that will become the end of that judge or that particular lawyer who preceded over that particular judgment. So over there in the West, in the Europe, people tend to do things the right way. That's why you see that they can even find maybe a senator for violating traffic rule, as common as traffic rule. even if you're a senator or anybody, as long as you violate any law in the UK, they will come after you for it. You will not say that immunity covers you. But here in Nigeria, you find that even a common local government chairman, a PA to the governor, these people, they see them with their SUV, see them blowing their siren, see them violating traffic rule and the rest of them, which is not supposed to be so. Now, I will say, why would I say that this is the greatest mistake by the Finnish and by the energy government? Of course, you know that the plot that brought about the arrest of Mazi Simon Ekpa came from NIG. And I will tell you that in NIG, they may think that this will be the end of Simon Ekpa, or this will be the end of the movement of Biafra liberation movement, or the end of the Biafra Republic government in exile. But I will tell you categorically that this is the beginning, and this is the beginning of nemesis of the NIG, because now Simon Ekpa has been arrested. Of course, remember the other time that he went to the about 3 congressmen in the United States trying to, register the case of the indigenous people of the case of the Biafrans, letting the US know that some people like this, they exist. And of course, there's a lot of nation that Ekpa and his team has gone to. These people know that this particular government in exile is existing. And now that he has been arrested, it will give him more room, because these nations, they will start their investigation. They will start looking into the matter. They will start looking by rules and regulations of the United Nations of a nation, seceding from another nation. And as immediately they start looking into these matters, let me tell you, that might be the end of NIG, and that we might bring about the beginning of a new era for the indigenous people of Biafra. It could be that, because that is actually what I'm seeing. Now, these people will start looking into the matters, making sure that what Simon Ekpa is being accused of, whether it's true or not. And they also start looking into making sure that whether it is indigenous people of Biafra, whether it's a serious something or the rest of them. And once they find out that it's serious, you find that the United Nations might come in, the European Union might come in, because the matter now, Ekpa on his own is also a citizen. He's an European citizen. He's a Finland citizen. So I'm telling you that for those that are thinking that the arrest of Simon Ekpa might cripple the movement of the Biafra Republic government in exile, it's not going to cripple it. I think what this is going to do is that it is going to add more gear, more speed. And being honest with you, this arrest of Ekpa might add more speed. This arrest of Ekpa might cause that if Biafra was supposed to be actualized in next 10 years, it might happen in next 2 years. And if it was supposed to be actualized in next 2 years, it might be actualized in next 6 months. Because most time, arresting a spearhead, a leader of a particular organization that are fighting for secession, it gives them more connection. It makes them open to the world. It makes the world to start, listening to what this person is saying. They want to know what is actually going on. Why is this guy arrested? And all of that, and all of that, and all of that. And from there, you will start seeing a lot of people. Let me tell you, had it been that Ojukwu was arrested immediately after the 1967 to 1970 Biafra Civil War, by now, Biafra could have been a nation. Had it been that Ojukwu was caught, immediately after the war, Ojukwu ran away, he went for exile. Had it been that he was caught, by now, Biafra could have been a nation of its own. Meanwhile, on another info, let's go. They say 3 die as Anambra revenue collector mob engage in bloody clash at Onitsha. It don't shell. At least 3 people were reportedly killed and scores injured when some acclaimed Anambra State revenue collectors and an angry mob engaged themselves in a bloody clash at Old Market Road, Vein Road North, Onitsha. It was gathered that the problem started when a tipper was being pursued by the revenue officials, and in the process, the driver lost control and ran into a pedestrian and crushed him to death. In anger, the onlookers, who were mostly youth, mobilized themselves as mob and attacked the officials with clubs, stones, sticks, pebbles, among others, and two were reportedly killed in the fray. An eyewitness who simply identified himself as Mr. Jackson stated that these are touts who claim to be government revenue agents and they have been terrorizing motorists that ply this area daily.